You know God is so present in our lives is that to create this video coming up, it was so smooth in my phone to put it into the iMovie app and to edit it. Like everything was so lined up. You know that's with God because God works with the technology here, definitely, and he has something to do with Apple, definitely. And all right, enjoy the video. Thank you guys. How do we know God is perfect? Well, he just is. There's really not much to say, is there? But I can tell you this, that the more you go with God over the years, the months, whatever it is, the moments, more moments you're in with him, and it takes a little while, it definitely does. The more he's just now, like in my life, I just feel God here, now, all the time. It doesn't matter. Everything works out. I take my time, but also in taking of the time now, like I get everything done efficiently and fast. Whereas in the past, I'm always worried about like, I don't have enough time. It's crazy. That's how good he can get. And it's honestly, I'm sorry, God is very sexual, and look at this basketball net, come on. Tell me this isn't God. Okay, look. I have my truck over there. There's one other car here, and I had this entire parking lot to myself, and there's a basketball court here. And like, I did my thing. Like, I reorganized my truck like I like to do because it's good to move everything around, maybe get rid of a few things. It's just good to do that. It's a good practice, and if you're with God, God's gonna have you do that sometimes. God's gonna have you, and get this, I know why people who are in show business have to have a lot of clothes. I get it. It's not because they have a lot of money, no. Dumb people think that. Maybe they have money and they can do it. They have the money to be able to do it, but why do celebrities, show business people, even just people like who like to dress nice and whatever, teachers, bro. I was a teacher. People like to dress nice as teachers. So why is this? Because it's hard for people to wear the same thing over and over again, and then fans and people to see that it's like really hot and like really cute. And like, honestly, I've kind of done that a bit. Like I have a lot of clothes, but I could have more. And I've repeated things in pictures and videos and stuff just because like something went well. That's kind of my vibe. It's like kind of like my vibe is not cheap. Like I'm not cheap. I'm saying my vibe is a little like that, like off-brand clothes. That's kind of my vibe. Like I bought this hat, right, in some convenience store, I think in Oklahoma or something. Or I got a lot of my, if you just look at my Instagram, you go like back and look at my plain hats. I got all those hats at 7-Eleven. Many of them. If you go to 7-Eleven, you find plain hats. So like, it's cool. And then like the fact that like God's like, buy these hats here, right? They're cool. I liked them. I resonated with them. I was like, perfect. And they're not expensive, right? Which is weird. And then I had all this cash on me from street performing. And I street performed at the 7-Elevens. Tell me that isn't proof that God is with just an individual such as myself. And I am very blessed, and thank you, God, for blessing me like this, like with this cool vibe. And everyone has their own vibe, I'll be honest with you guys. And what was the original topic of this video, really? As these videos tend to get a little bit scrambled, but it's all right. It's all valid. No, the main topic is, oh, okay. Even I have theories about God, which I'm not going to talk about how it works here on the earth and this universe. I'm not going to talk about all these theories that I'm pretty sure I bet in the future we can prove the theories that I'm thinking of. Yeah. But let's not get into those. But what? Some basketball. Come on. Yeah. I missed twice now because I have my phone in my hand. See, I'm not perfect, right? And guess what? Neither is God. God isn't perfect because, listen, We know in the universe that everything is energy. We know this, right? So, if we know this, then how am I applying it to God, which is kind of unexplainable and you can't really prove it too much other than know it, right? In California, where I am right now in Santa Monica, the presence of God is just here. Why? Because nothing is going on that is obstructive to my life as I see it outside of myself. Nothing. Nothing is like, okay, God will put you through certain things. Like earlier, again, I was in traffic. I was trying to find this spot that I love. I love this spot. Perfect. Cut out. Sorry. Which was a good timing anyway. I had to pee. So no, but the last thing I'll say basically is that if God is so present here where I am in Santa Monica, yes, then it doesn't feel the same God as on Long Island. Now, it is the same God. It is the same God. But the intensity of God favors California and the West Coast. And I know this too. I've said this in another video, how when I came over to California and I finally just reached the border, and it was late at night, and I had been through a lot. The trip initially over here was insane. It was very godly. I felt like I was living in the Bible. I felt like I was in the Bible. I'll be honest with you guys, and if you're listening up until this point and you hear that, just be pumped up about it, because that's how crazy it was. Like, and I was like, okay, because I've had good insight from God, and you know, and just learning and growth and good moments and crying and laughing and friends and different stuff that I see. But it was so intense in this moment that I was like, okay, so God favors the West Coast and California and in this area in general, and I don't want to jinx it, that's for sure. So I think we'll leave it at that. So wait, one more thing is that, what does this prove? I don't think God is perfect, as every minister will tell you. I think God can be everywhere, but he can only be somewhere a lot, mucho, in the spots that he chooses. And this is one of them. And it's not a joke out here. And thank God for God, and thank God for basketball.